Out with his knee this morning. Do you have any update on where he stands going into tonight's game?
Bake is out. He's out tonight.
So probably going to roll with the same starting unit, I'm assuming. How did you think they played the Memphis game, kind of working together for the first time?
Good offensively, poor defensively. That's the best way I could put it. We were even, plus minus we were even. Poor defensive rating, really good offensive rating. We got to get better.
Detroit comes in, they got the #1 rebounder in the league and the #1 3-point shooting team in the league. What unique challenges did they present having those two guys, or put two things at their disposal?
Well, that's our league right now. I mean, the three-point line's a challenge every single night, no matter who you're guarding. Obviously, the last team we just played against, knocked down 17 of them. So it's a challenge every night. They're shooting it well. They got multiple shooters out there on the floor. They got big guys that command attention inside. You can't be in rotations all night, or you leave your small guys against those big guys. So it's a great challenge. Our one-on-one defense, our transition defense, our post defense will be challenged tonight. Our three-point defense will be challenged tonight. So it's just an overall mentality. I mean, we did that last year against this group. We guarded them well last year. This is a new group here in this locker room. We got to defend this Detroit team tonight.
What's been the biggest transition for Miles from year 1 to year 2 in his development?
Probably his playmaking right now, and the responsibility I'm giving him defensively as well. So leaning on him more defensively right now as a primary defender, a two-way guy, and he's grown in that area. He's really done a great job. Still got a long way to go. And then his playmaking ability, just to make plays off the bounce for others. He's doing a lot more off the dribble this year than last year. Those are probably the three main areas that I've seen the most growth in.
For year 1 to year 2, just knowing, having some stuff on film and knowing what you need to work on is just big in terms of growth.
Yeah, I think just the experience of being out there and understanding personnel, rhythm of the game, how to defend without fouling. That just comes with time, and the game has slowed down in those areas for him. He's obviously a physical presence. He has the ability to do it, but it's the mental side. Can he stick with it? Can he be disciplined? That's the one thing I'm challenging him right now, is the discipline play to play. He can do it for stretches, but can he do it play after play after play? And that's the challenge for any young guy.
When a guy starts guarding primary scorers on a real regular basis, does that change anything about how they have to ration their energy?
I wish I could tell you. I'm not a player, but my guess, yeah, I think it takes more attention, more effort when you're counted on to defend at the highest level. I think there's a number of guys in this league, they know that they're on the floor in some ways because of their offense, that's where their value is for the team. So on the other side of the ball, they may not value it as much. When you know you're counted on every single night to defend as a primary defender, that's where your focus and your energy lies. So I think you're going to give more effort in that area. But good teams in general, they do it on both sides of the ball, and that's where we need to get to. We don't have the luxury of having guys that can just relax on either side of the ball. We got to play with great effort on both sides of the ball. Maybe someday we'll get there. We're not there right now.
Is it harder these days to hide people who are defensive liabilities than it might have been 10 years ago?
Yes, I would say so. I mean, I think because you get dinged quickly if you're a liability. And it's a three ball that's going to hit you in the head or something at the rim in general right now, where maybe years ago there might have been a mid-range pull-up or something in that range. Right now, the way teams are shooting it, the way you're spaced, you're giving up a wide-open dunk or a wide-open three. And to me, those are the most valuable shots that we're seeing in today's game. So, and then the way we have to guard is much different now, than it was 10 years ago. It's tough. You put your hands on guys nowadays. It's much tougher defensively.
With PJ as a rookie, where are you seeing his ebbs and flows right now? He's not scoring as much as he was the first few games of the year, but I'm sure for you, just where are you seeing him at as he tries to find his rhythm here lately?
I think he's trying to find his rhythm. It's my job to help him, put him in position to still find his shots. And we're working through that. I think he's on the scouting report now. The first couple games, they had a lot of teams had never seen him play, and now he's on the scouting report, and there's video on him. Teams are watching, and it's my job to help him now, put him in position to find open looks, to move him around, to disguise and get him some cleaner looks. So, yeah, he's much further ahead than I expected, and I think that's a good thing.
And then with his minutes too, obviously as a rookie, How do you manage that, as you said, because he hasn't played as many minutes before in his career? I mean, he's playing 3-4 games a week, where he played like got 2 weeks in college. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
how you manage the minutes for him right now, I guess, to make sure he's not too.
Yeah, I was pretty high on his minutes early. I mean, I was running him for a bit, but I think this is in the right range. You know, I don't have a specific number every single night that I'm going to. I'm just kind of watching him and letting him play it out. But it's a long season. 82 is much different than a college season, so I got to make sure he's getting rest. He's getting the proper breaks during the game and after a game. But we manage him just like any of our players. You know, I don't look at him as any different than we manage Cody or any of our veterans as well. You just got to be aware of it and how he's doing. And some of that's the eye test, some of that's conversation with them, some of that's with Joe Sharp and his group. So it's just a collaborative effort, trying to make sure we manage these guys and their bodies.
Speaking of Joe, is that somebody else you know tonight with Dwayne to make sure he's not out there potentially be injuring himself out there with his soreness of his knee?
Yeah, you know, it was a call from Joe and Bake together. You know, they're talking it out, and I think just being conservative right now. You know, no need to risk anything to damage anything further. So I think it's the right call for us tonight.
Obviously, basketball is a game of runs, but don't you think a positive takeaway you can take from Wednesday is you saw your team have a 10-point turnaround on offense in less than 2 minutes, but then on the other hand, on defense, at the end of the third quarter, give up 10 points in less than 2 minutes?
It's kind of been our season, really. You know, I think the third quarter cost us. The end of that quarter, you know, we gain a 12-point lead with 3 minutes to go, and it vanishes by the end of the quarter. And that's the discipline we've been talking about all season, is when we build these leads, can we stick with it? Can we still continue to play the right way with the right urgency every single possession? And in that moment, as I watched the film, we just relaxed. You know, we relaxed, they became more aggressive, and it led to that run for them. But again, our group bounced back, the resiliency again to get back in that game, being down 10 late, to make it a one-possession game. Give our guys a lot of credit, but we've got to be much more disciplined as we go throughout a game.
And don't you think that competitive culture you're even cementing, just a prime example of that was that comeback in the final 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, especially with a young team, that's pretty impressive. Most teams kind of roll over after a 20-point turnaround.
I can say we've not died this year. In any game, we've not died. Keep fighting, keep clawing, keep competing. We just got to have that competitive spirit for 48 minutes. I don't think we put a full 48-minute game of that spirit we need. We haven't done that yet. We've done it in stretches, and we've won 4 games doing that. But we got to be more consistent from minute 1 to that last second.